couple of retailers reporting results just in the last few minutes. Kohl's earnings and revenue topping Wall Street estimates. The company's also raising its dividend, bringing its annual yield to 7.3%. Check this out. Kohl's right now up by about 9%. AutoZone earnings also beating estimates, but its quarterly comps fell short. The company blames challenges with the weather-sensitive categories and certain locations. And Target canceled its Investor Day, which was supposed to be taking place in New York today. Instead, the company is going to be doing it online only. Target reporting earnings last hour that were better than expected, but revenue fell short. Joining us to talk about more of Target's earnings and the retail sector's recent moves is Garrett Nelson. He's senior analyst at CFRA. And Garrett, thank you for being here today.
Sure. Thanks for having me.
What do you think of Target's earnings right now? That stock is trading up slightly. Or no, trading down. Yeah, just looking at the bid ask.
Sure. So it was a slight beat on the bottom line. This was the fifth straight quarter they've beat. So this is kind of par for the course for Target. The top line came in a little bit light. Really, the key here was their fiscal 2020 guidance, which was right in line with consensus. So no major surprises. I think you look at the stock. This is a stock that doubled last year. So the recent equity performance has been outstanding. And, we have a hold rating, $115 price target on the shares.
The stock has come down pretty significantly in the weeks since it warned that the sales, same-store sales, and the traffic was not as strong as they had been anticipating. Why down additionally today? Because it didn't look to me like there was any new bad news in this.
Sure. So I think there's no real good news here. So it's just, kind of in line with expectations. So I think you're seeing a kind of a sell the news reaction on the modest beat.
What do you need to hear from Brian Cornell today? They did not put any details about the coronavirus or the impact that's had on their stores, their supply chains, or what kind of customer traffic they're seeing.
So we're more cautious on Target right now relative to some of their peers like Costco and Walmart, which we both have buys on, because Walmart is more of a consumer discretionary play. They're not as levered to consumer staples, household essentials, food and beverage item, groceries that Costco and Walmart are levered to. So, we think there's reason for caution right now. And really the performance of the stock has really outpaced the company's earnings growth over the last 2 or 3 years. So we think, a hold opinion is the right place to be.
The reason you like Walmart and Costco better is because the stock hasn't performed as well, or because you think they're performing better on some metric or another?
Sure. We like their leverage to consumer staples. And these are the real...
Just because of coronavirus?
Well, that's part of the reason. And I think, what you saw with the stock, with some of the shortages that are being reported of a lot of consumer staples items. Costco was up 10% yesterday, Walmart nearly 8%, and Target about 6%. And it's really because consumers are going out and they're loading up on everyday household items. We visited a Target store in Rockville, Maryland yesterday, and they were completely sold out of tissue paper, a lot of paper products, and Clorox and Lysol completely sold out. So,
but Garrett, it seems to me like all of that hoarding would seem to be something that tapers off rather rapidly unless we see a much worse situation here in the United States. You're looking at that as a reason for investing those stocks over the long haul?
So we view it more as a short-term boost, and it will even out over time. But I think the point being is that this consumer behavior is going to provide a boost to near-term earnings for the bulk retailers such as Costco and Walmart, of course, with their Sam's Club division. So, we think 2020 is a time for a little more caution, and that's why we like the consumer staples names relative to Target, which is really a consumer discretionary play.